pace.
Frequent covers on the challenges.
See if she can get Rhea in a little bit of a whirlwind, a little bit of
WWE sends message to Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. WWE superstars Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan recently traveled to India after Raw, donning a new traditional look. Following their visit to the subcontinent for a major promotional event, the company sent a message to the popular on-screen couple on social media. After 23 years, the Stamford-based promotions partnership with the Sony Sports Network has finally concluded. Netflix officially became the new home for WWE's content in India on April 1st. The Judgment Day stars visited India after Monday Night Raw to promote World Wrestling Entertainment's transition to Netflix India. Liv Morgan was seen rocking a beautiful sari, while Dominik Mysterio sported an elegant kurta jacket set. The duo was photographed at several locations in South Mumbai. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, the company's India page welcomed Daddy Dom and his guarita to the country. Liv Morgan dedicated her match to Dominik Mysterio at a recent WWE show. The Miracle Kid was in action at the Road to WrestleMania house show in Vienna, Austria, on March 29, 2025. She went one-on-one with her arch-rival, Rhea Ripley, in a street fight. Liv Morgan cut a passionate promo mid-match after she gained an advantage over her opponent. The former Women's World Champion dedicated her victory to Dirty Dom. However, she eventually failed to defeat the Eradicator. At the same live event, the Latino Cheat faced former Universal Champion Seth Rollins in a singles match. The match saw the Visionary secure a big win over the 27-year-old. Welcome to the Liv Morgan World Tour. I just want to take this time and dedicate my victory tonight to the most gorgeous man in the WWE, Dominik Mysterio, she said. Morgan is the reigning women's tag team champion alongside Raquel Rodriguez. Only time will tell if the Judgment Day stars will defend their title at the Show of Shows in Las Vegas later this month. Liv Morgan to add her ex-partner to the Judgment Day at WrestleMania to replace Finn Balor. Exploring the possibility, the Judgment Day has been dealing with some internal tensions lately. With Finn Balor acting as the self-proclaimed leader, cracks have formed between him and Liv Morgan. Meanwhile, Dominik Mysterio has been pushing for a new member to join the faction, an idea that Liv supports, but Finn has been against. However, the Miracle Kid might now take matters into her own hands. She could introduce her ex-partner Rusev aka Miro in WWE as Finn Balor's replacement. In a backstage segment on Raw this week, the Prince bragged about being next in line for an Intercontinental title shot. However, Morgan's smile faded away, and she later told Dominik that he deserved the title shot, not Finn. She implicitly tried to make Dirty Dom realize that Balor is trying to overshadow him. This hinted that a potential betrayal might be on the horizon for the Prince, with the former women's champion leading the charge. There are speculations that WWE could plan a multi-person match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, with Penta, Finn Balor, Dominik Mysterio, and Braun Breaker expected to be involved. During the final moments of this match, Liv Morgan could execute her plan by revealing Rusev as her masterstroke. The former AEW star could enter at the perfect moment by costing the Prince and helping Dominik Mysterio win the coveted Intercontinental title. Multiple reports state that Miro will likely be heading to WWE this summer. In 2020, Rusev and Liv Morgan were in an alliance for a short period against Lana and Bobby Lashley. Hence, Morgan could possibly bring her ex-partner back as the Judgment Day's new member. Liv Morgan will become the new leader of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is seemingly crumbling, and Liv Morgan could pick up the pieces. With the possibility of the Miracle Kid betraying Finn Balor, she might have some evil intentions. The former women's champion could be looking to become the new leader of the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, trauma bonding. With fellow WWE star following Raw, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan bonded over trauma with a fellow WWE star following Raw. The Judgment Day stars are the reigning women's tag team champions and won the title by defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi last month. The company is currently on its Europe tour, and its next stop is Italy. Following last night's Raw in Belgium, women's tag team champions and Kathy Kelly are currently in Rimini, Italy, where they did laundry but couldn't find a cab afterward. Kelly revealed that they had 2 taxis cancelled on them, and they were bonding through trauma. Morgan then admitted that she does not feel more bonded to the backstage interviewer, and Kelly humorously responded by claiming she was only walking with the Judgment Day stars so she didn't get kidnapped. True trauma bonding experience, walking in the cold, had 2 taxis canceling on us, Kathy Kelly said. I don't feel more bonded to you though, Morgan replied. The only reason I'm going back with you guys is because I don't want to get kidnapped, Kelly added. Liv Morgan interrupted an interview with Jade Cargill this past Friday night on WWE SmackDown. The 2 stars will be squaring off in a singles match this week on the Blue brand. Former WWE star reveals she would like to battle Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. WWE legend Layla recently disclosed that she would love to return to the company to battle women's tag team champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Layla used to be in a popular tag team with Michelle McCool, and the duo was known as Laycool. In an interview with Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour, the former women's champion was asked who she would like to square off against on today's roster. She named Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez as potential opponents for Laycool. I would love to face Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I would because I think that would be a good match. But you know what? Even Liv and Raquel, even that, it would be hilarious. I think Laycool could make it work with any of the girls right now in the tag team division if that's something that they would ever want to do. I think it would work. We'd make it work, how about that? We'd make it work, she said. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are in their 3rd reign as women's tag team champions. It will be interesting to see if the Judgment Day stars defend the title next month at WWE WrestleMania 41. Liv Morgan shares Judgment Day update without key member Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the reigning women's tag team champions and Dominik Mysterio is her boyfriend. J.D. McDonough is currently absent from television but surprisingly remains on Liv's good side. But what about Finn Balor? On Raw, Finn Balor locked horns with Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker in an attempt to win the prestigious belt. However, the Prince failed. Dirty Dom interfered in his favor, but Mysterio inadvertently cost Balor's chances when he delayed the former Universal Champion from capitalizing on the situation. Taking to Instagram, Liv Morgan shared a snap with Raquel Rodriguez. They were standing in front of a graffiti-filled wall. Each member of the Judgment Day was mentioned on the wall, with Balor and Carlito being excluded. While the former United States champion has always been portrayed as an outsider in the group, Finn Balor is the oldest remaining member. The former Universal Champion has been at odds with Dirty Dom of late, but the latter has made attempts to work things out. However, after Balor's loss to Breaker and Mysterio's involvement, could an implosion be on the way? The Judgment Day may be out of the Intercontinental Championship picture for now, as Penta stopped their attack on Braun Breaker post-match. Breaker and Penta stood face-to-face to end the show, potentially foreshadowing a title match at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on April 19-20. Are Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in for a nightmare at WWE WrestleMania 41? Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez won the Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw a few weeks ago. But they currently do not have challengers for WWE's biggest show of the year. A fan sent a message to her on social media, claiming that Nikki Cross is calling out the former Women's World Champion. She retorted by expressing that if it came down to them in the ring, she would beat Cross. Interestingly, a major angle involving the Wyatt Six was reportedly considered for Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania in Las Vegas. Perhaps Morgan's mistake involving the Wyatt Six foreshadowed a tag team contest on the grandest spectacle. Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Asuka is reportedly penciled in to work a tag team match at the Show of Shows. If she is back in time with Kairi Sane, then the Kabuki Warriors could also issue a challenge to the champions.